So testing it out. I've also recorded a bit of an audio, which I think I'm going to use as well. I'm going to upload it. And you're my one and only paid subscriber right now, so you're going to have to bear with me. But I tell you, when this Substack explodes, people are going to look back on these early audios. They're going to think, oh, that was strange. But at the same time, I'm intrigued. So you're the only person receiving this right now. And that's quite a funny thing to imagine, that I'm out here on the tip of an island called Eru in the Baltic Sea, an island of 6,000 people, and you are way, 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 way out west from me in Sao Paulo. So, I'm walking down to an area called Vitsu, and it is a wetland and a man-made lake that has dammed some of the water that would want to spill into the ocean. And what they've created in this wetland is a place for the many geese that flock to the island and then leave again. Actually, quite a few geese still here over the winter. Ducks, waterfowl, bird life down there, but also other animal life. So there are cows down there all through the year. And right now, Bitsu it's about 5 kilometers on the way around. So the circumference of Bitsu, and it's completely frozen over at the moment. It is bitingly cold. And I just can't help looking at those cows and thinking, it doesn't seem right, but apparently they're a hardy species and they like it out here. And so I'm walking with the Vitsu to my right, heading towards the tip of the island. I can see the lighthouse. It's kind of gloomy now. I like this time of day. I like the slight gloom, the precursor to the full black, cloying darkness of the Danish winter night. And surprisingly, because the wind has been really high today, the sea looks quite calm. Likely because I'm coming down onto the west side and the wind is coming from the east, so it's pretty sheltered down here. I've been reflecting in the writing I was doing today on how many walks I have been on down and around the corners of this island, and how many of them I have used to reflect on the institutions that I've worked in and try to make sense of the institutions that I've worked in while outside. It's like an exercise I cannot do inside. And so I've been thinking about why it is that I'm so drawn to writing about nature in a way to understand the workings of institutions. It feels like such a bait and switch to say to people, I'm writing a leadership book and it's a book focused on equity and leadership, but at the same time to be kind of writing a nature narrative. But it's becoming something that I understand. I'm beginning to make sense of it. In the audio that I recorded earlier, that I think I'm going to abandon now, I said somewhat grandiosely that I'm reminded of Michelangelo, not Michelangelo and David, but of somebody I was listening to the other day said that further on in the gallery there is a work of Michelangelo's of the figures kind of escaping the stone, not quite out yet, not quite fully carved. That's how I feel this book is at the moment, not fully formed in any way, making its way out though. I'm really looking forward to meeting it. A bit like before I had my son, I guess. I was really curious as to what he was going to be like. I wasn't kind of in love with him, but because I didn't know him yet, but I was really curious to meet him. Yeah. So reflecting on nature, the form of this book becoming a kind of nature book or a field guide for how we learn about institutions through wow. That was was a very, very close partridge. In fact, two of them were just taken off nearly in my face. Okay, they're here to tell me something. There's a lot of bird life down here this evening. There were birds. Can you hear them? There are partridges flying out of every crevice. I don't know about you, but I like to take the animal wisdom when the animals show themselves to me. I immediately try and work out what it is they are saying to me. So I'm going to take that partridge wisdom and I will post about it later, because there's three female partridges have got something to say to me. Four. There's a fourth. Although it could just be that I'm interrupting them going to bed now, as it's starting to get gloomy. Anyway, this is the kind of astonishing content that you can expect from me. Musings as I walk and more. Thank you again for being a subscriber. I appreciate you so much. I'm so happy to think about you out there while I'm over here in the cold. Have a great rest of your day.